Oh wow. It actually worked. It's awesome. Yeah, we're back. One thing I need to fix really quick, which has been bothering me, it is that. I think that's a little bit more even now. Want that to be even. Alright. Let's go. Hello, everyone. I'm back for the first time in forever. It's been a while. But, you know what? I'm happy to be back. More specifically, I am happy to show what we were working on. You could just barely see it in the corner there. But let me try to bring this big honking thing onto screen here. Because, by the way, it is massive. I'm not even joking. So, this is what we're working with here. I actually can't push my keyboard anymore. This is what we're working with. We're building this. It is 2,193 pieces, so fairly good. This, I'm so happy. My sister actually gave this to me for the longest time. I've been wanting this, mainly because I am a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan. So we're actually gonna get to it. Praise be my sister. But, of course, as we work with that, we have to figure out what piece, like what bag goes for what. See, this is a lot better than the last Lego build I did, because, fun little fact, is that these bags are numbered for each step that we take. The last one was like, you'd have 3 or 4 bags labeled for that, like that specific part build. So you had step 1, right? Which was like 3 or 4 bags, and then step 2, and then step 3. Right? So that's how their process went. We're probably not gonna need these ones anytime soon. We'll hold those off to the side. One thing I'm actually not sure about is if my shit is actually working. Let me double check just to be sure. If it is, great. If it isn't, goddamn. We are about to see. Yes. I am actually... It is actually working. Yay. Great song. However, shut the hell up. We need to find bag 1 somewhere in this sea of shit. Bag 3. Probably about 2,000 pieces. I think this should only take maybe few days. Originally, fun little fact, I wanted to do this earlier. However, I am a fool that... Hello! So, I'm a fool that has Verizon, right? So, I want to do this, like, back on, like, Tuesday, I think is what it is, right? And I was like, okay, let's get to it, right? And then, stream authentication there. And when that happened, I was like, okay, I guess I just have to wait. I kept trying. After an hour, it just didn't work, right? So, I gave up that day, and then the next day, I was like, okay, let's try streaming today, right? So I was like, let me try getting back into my accounts and everything, right? So when I try to get back into my accounts, my two-factor authentication has it to where it's either, like, it'll do SMS first, and then after that, it'll try a different method, right? Well, me and my dumbass had fucking Verizon, so I was sitting there waiting for this SMS message to give me my two-factor authentication. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm not getting anything. And so, as I'm sitting there waiting, I'm like, there's no cell service whatsoever. So I had to use Wi-Fi to call my parents and be like, hey, you guys have, like, any cell service? They're like, no, we don't have any. Like, we have to use Wi-Fi. So I was like, oh, fucking hell. So, at that point, I was looking it up, searching up what the hell happened with Verizon. Sorry for that loud noise. And, kind of my surprise, apparently, Verizon's just, like, all their servers just had a total fucking shitter. That's interesting. I guess we'll be using that for later. So, and the fact that, like, they were down pretty much all across America, too, right? I was thinking, I was like, okay, so, I had recently just passed my cybersecurity shit. Fun little fact, in case you were wondering where I have been for the past, like, month or so, wondering what the hell was going on, why I just stopped existing, that is because I was actually working on my CompTIA Security Plus certification, and oh my gosh, do I have the paper nearby? Give me a second. I do, yes. All across the link. So I'm going to have to essentially redact a shit ton of this information. It's gonna kind of look like the Epstein files, but that's fine. Pretty sure we've all seen the Epstein files anyway, so. Pretty much this is what I can show. So, ignore the fact that I'm using a Japanese newspaper to redact a lot of the other information, right? But, so, in case you're curious, this is indeed the CompTIA Security Plus certification exam, and it is not easy at all. And as you can see here, the passing score is a 750. I scored a 753. By the way, it's out of 900, in case you're curious. It's a little hard. It's a little hard to see, but yeah, out of 900. So, luckily it does tell you, like, the areas that you answered incorrectly on, so you can actually improve it later. But I was very happy to have gotten that certification. So I've been working on that for the past, like, month, constantly studying on that. So that's where I was for fucking ever. It's very interesting how they gave me 3 booklets. I don't know why. It's very weird. I think this is the start, maybe? I don't know. actually, wait. Oh. Oh, that's cool. So I thought it was just like straight up instructions, right? As it like gives it to you, but no, you also get to learn more about the fan designer. Which by the way, it is in French. And I think that is Spanish. Work on different parts of the build. That is true. And I mean, it is pretty much separated as well. Like, it's not on a general platform, so you kind of just work on like this part here and then work on this part. The problem is they're not really labeled per se. So I don't know if this is like the book that starts with like 1 through 5 or this one is. Like, that's kind of what I'm curious about. But I was interested at reading all of this, but that is something I will read later. Okay, so yeah, this is the first one. All right, that's good. It's not. It's easy to learn. Now the fun part. Wait, tells you what each book does, so it looks modular and that all the other parts can be built separately. Oh, you're right. Whoopsies! Sorry. I'm a little, special. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at my, rock climbing buddies, and some of them are talking about, like, the kilter board at this one location. And it's funny because when they set that kilter board, what's that? I think there's a category for this sort of thing. Lego and Brickbent. Wait, there is? Can I think I could still change it. Hold on. Just give me a second. I think I could still change it. Is it? So I just type in Lego and Brick Building. If that's the case, thank you. I have been looking for that for so long. See, this is why I'm pretty much, like, solely dependent on my community. I learned so much from them. You guys are great. I can. Yes. Okay, so you said it was... Okay, hold on. Excuse the mess. We're gonna have to fix it. There we go. Wow, you are right. There actually is one. Oh my gosh. This man is a genius. Or girl. This person's genius, regardless of sexual orientation. 50%? Well. Now, there is another one. Okay, so. Now that we are all good. Now we can actually begin. So we don't need any of this stuff right now. It's still good. You guys can see it fairly well, right? Not too dark or anything, because I am not running my light or any of that shit, so I don't know if that's going to affect it. Which, by the way, the reason I'm not running a light is because if I open up my window blinds, you get that, and now I'm pretty sure you can't see jack shit at all. So, we are going to probably avoid that for now. And then for the time being, we're just going to kind of move all this other stuff out of the way so we have more space to work with. Alright, let us begin. Let us. Fun fact. Bok choy is my second favorite vegetable. Celery is actually my favorite vegetable. And how I came to like celery is kind of funny because when I was a young little harpy, I had actually hated celery for so long. It was just not enjoyable whatsoever. So, when I grew up, I was like, ugh, great. This recipe calls for celery. Is my Twitch back to Katori? Yes, because when I made my other name, when I had changed my name, I did it under the guise of respect for a friend. Sadly, that friend did not have the same amount of respect for me, so I went back to me. So, yes, I'm back to Katori. However, I have also told that same friend, since we no longer associate with each other, if she could stop using my likeness and my name, because I don't think you should be able to use my likeness and my name if we are no longer associated. So, yeah. So I guess we gotta build this guy first. Book. Okay. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna put this guy together really quick because I know how this guy is supposed to go, right? Assuming we're gonna start with that. Put you off to the side. You're good. By the way, hey Panda, sorry I didn't say hi. Oh my god, he's a little munchkin. He's so small, in fact, that his legs can't bend. Look at that. I'm not even joking, like, his legs legitimately can't bend. I know my camera quality is not the best, but just know his legs can't bend. Now I have to find his head. I have found his head. Now I have to find his hair. Have I seen Master Builder Alec on YouTube? No, I can't say that I have. I'm guessing he's a Lego builder. I would have to assume. By the way, I love it when Legos give me this tool. Everyone that I have seen build Legos has always just completely, like, ignored this tool or has thrown it away. I love these things. I stand by them. These have helped me so much, alright? They're great for applying stickers too. Oh, yeah, you're right. Now, granted, I actually need to start using them for applying stickers more often because I have shaky hands. So, thank you for the tip. Alright. Where the fuck is his hair at? I don't know where his hair's at. Is it in this bag? I think that's it. I think that's it. On the... Oh, sticker on the corner of the handle. Helps you on it. Are you talking about this corner right here? That's kind of got that grooved edge. Okay. Good to know. Because, good news, we do have stickers. So, we should be able to put that to the test. So, theoretically, let's say I had a sticker on here, right? And we have this brick. So, you would just kind of like slap it on. Well, at least I know that the alerts are working. I was worried they would not be. Yeah, so his hair is right there. Let me get to that. Oh. I don't want to open this with such force because I don't want these pieces to go spilling out again. Because last time I was building Legos, I actually opened one of the bags with such force that the pieces just kind of went everywhere. And it really sucked. Actually, you know what I will do? Because I just realized it's kind of hard for me to see. Can I turn on? That's not gonna affect it too much, is it? You guys can still see that shit well? Let's do the test. Can I see his back end well? Actually, yes. Yes, you can. Looks fine to me. Well, at least now I can see. I love the font. I love the font on my fucking PC. My nail polish is terrible today. Ignore that. Okay, so we got this little munchkin set up. Messy ass nails, yeah. I literally woke up. By the way, fun little fact. I have another job, and it works like day shifts, so like I have to get up at like 3 in the fucking morning, and I don't get off till like 11. So I was like, okay, I'll take a nap, right? What bad could a nap do to me? No, don't do you. So I was like, I'll just take a nap, right? I'll wake up in about like an hour or so, and then I'll be ready to stream. Apparently, I am a much heavier sleeper than I thought. Yeah, I don't get off till 11. So it's like... It's like 3:30 in the morning to 11 in the morning. That's about how long my shit is. Genuinely unenjoyable, to be honest. But it does pay, so. And also, it's not like the worst thing ever. But yeah, so of course take a nap, and then I wake up and I look at the clock and I'm like, dude, it's fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I slept way longer than I should have. So these ones. What about these white square bricks? What the hell is wrong with these white square bricks, huh? You got the problem? Is there snot bricks? The fuck does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? Stud not on top? I don't get it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get it, man. Maybe I'm just not as cultured as you, but I'm not understanding it. That's definitely not it. Well, there you are. Oh, look at that. Stool. Stool-sided. It has connection studs not on top like usual. These ones have connections on the top. What are you talking about? Come on. See, look, it's got connection on the top. Is it this one you're talking about, or is it this one you're talking about? Because these ones don't have connections on the top. It's smooth. Maybe I am overthinking what you were saying, but they're on the side. Man, you have confused me. You have definitely confused me. And you promised you wouldn't do that. By the way, there is a little game coming out soon. Hopefully, the release date stays the same this time. But if you guys know about that Karen game, or the CAIRN game, right? You've definitely heard me talk about it. And you may have even seen me play it at one point, right? I played the demo of it. Fun game, by the way. Well, it has a release date of what I saw was... Actually, let me pull it up, because I have it on my wish list. The 29th of January. So, on the 29th of January, which just so happens to be a Thursday, which is actually usually when I stream, is on a Thursday. Tuesdays, Thursdays are usually the days I stream. But, they sent me a video explaining snot. What the... You learn something new every day. I did not expect to get a lesson on Lego snot. But, hey, you know what? The more info I have, the better. Oh. Yeah. Is it? No, it's the double ones. How the fuck are the other double ones? Yeah. It's like that. And then... There you are. There's the last one. Double ones. Stick that little bitch right in there. There you are. I think we have an extra one, just in case. Because I see an extra one. Or at least I did see an extra one. There you are. Alright. So now we move on to the next step, which we have you guys. It looks like you just kind of slap it. Is it supposed to be slightly hovered, or is it supposed to be flushed in? Because I do not know. If it wants it to be flushed in, then did I do something wrong? I did, yes. Alright, we're off to a great start, guys. You guys see me already fixing my mistakes because I didn't realize they wanted me to double stack. So... Yay. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be how it's going. You guys love watching that one guy that's just supposed to be smart, but just turns out to be kind of stupid? That's me. I'm that guy. You watch and you're like, oh my gosh, he seems so smart. And then you see me actually building Legos. And you see how many mistakes I make. And you're like, wow, maybe he's actually kind of stupid. Is the music too loud? I feel like the music is too loud. I'm going to turn it down just a wee bit. We just need it somber, you know? We don't need it blaring or any shit like that, so. By the way, I just want to say that, you guys ever have, like, those types of, self-confidence issues to where you really don't want to go out and express yourself? I actually have those days quite a lot. And I will also say this too. Coming from a person that had experienced this, especially recently, I will tell you right now. Yeah, no, this song bops, by the way. I'll tell you right now, a true friendship, a true relationship, whatever the fuck you want to deem it as, those people will see you at your worst. And even though they don't have to, they decide to because, you know, they care enough about you as a human being. I feel like they're supposed... There you are. And they'll stick with you, alright? Even though you treat them like shit, they still see the good in you. They still see that, you know, friend in you. Those are the people that you should honestly hold on to the longest because they are the most important people you will ever meet in your life. However, that goes without saying as well that there is always a time when sometimes you just have to learn to let go. Oh, Panda, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Panda, yes. We've been around each other for shit. It's actually funny how it's been close to 2 years now. Bet you didn't remember it was that long. Yes, it's actually been that long, Panda. I have seen you at your worst I'm not gonna lie. Because you don't really hide it at all. But I respect you as an actual friend enough to see the good in you, to not just abandon you and leave you. That goes for anyone. Though, I had a friend, and I should have seen the warning signs when her now ex-boyfriend, but at the time was her current boyfriend, when he gave me some warning signs that he wasn't the problem, but she was. And it kind of sucks to see that. Like, you spend so much time with someone, right? And you think that you guys are good. You think that maybe there's something here, right? There's something here that you could build off of. Maybe this could be your forever person. And then, lo and behold, they are not. They're not your forever person. As a matter of fact, they give two shits less about you. All they want to do is they want to use you as emotional comfort. So, if you were the unlucky soul that, which, I mean, this happens for most guys, so it's nothing to be ashamed about. Even some girls as well, this happens to. Just people in general, right? Happens to. Just basic human connection. Where, I experienced that recently too, right before Xmas. Yeah, mine was actually before Xmas too. And I'm not gonna lie, it really, really hurt. Really, really hurt. Because this was a friend I cared about too. And I thought maybe there was something, right? Maybe there was something between us. I mean, we have gotten intimate at one point. And so I thought, oh, there's something between us, right? Nope. Apparently, just didn't feel that way about me. So, when she needed someone, this ain't shit. New England motherfuckers ain't shit. That's what I'll tell you. But she was definitely very controlling. And it kind of sucks that I never noticed it beforehand. Probably would have saved me the mental torment and everything if I had just realized that beforehand. Listen to those around you. To those friends that truly care for you. Listen to them. When they tell you something is a stupid idea, don't do it. Listen to them. Because most of the time, they're right because they've seen this shit happen before. It's basically pattern recognition, right? Which, fun little fact with my friend, I had recognized the patterns that she was heading down the same road, and yet she decided to still head down that same road, and then got mad at me because she thought I didn't support her. I always supported her. I just didn't want her to get hurt the same way that she did previously, because it's the same shit. It's the same shit, different guy. But it is what it is, right? This guy doesn't seem stupid. Did I do something wrong? I feel like I did. I think what I need to do is I need to put like this right here. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I was missing. I was missing that little piece right there. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So, after all of that, right? After all that bullshit that I went through with this friend, it was hard for me to essentially just say goodbye. That'll always be the hardest part, is just having to say goodbye and moving on. Though, I will say, nothing feels better than actually moving on. Especially when you're my age. You just don't care anymore. You really don't. It'll hurt for a little bit, and then you'll be like, okay. Anyways, moving on. Like, for me, right, I have more important things to worry about. And you know what? If I had stuck around in that same toxic relationship, right? Friendship, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? If I had stuck around in that, I don't think I would have gotten my certificate. I don't think I would have given a damn enough to work hard enough so that I could get that certificate. So, yes, you're gonna have to go through some really hard times in life. When everything feels like it's against you, and things are just falling apart rapidly, when you think you're about to hit your lowest point, let me tell you something, right? And this is one thing I learned from... I'm getting a call from Utah. What the fuck? I don't know anyone in Utah. But as I was saying, so... this is one thing I've learned from a wonderful game. You may know it as Yakuza Like a Dragon. The 7th installment, right? And it comes at the end of the game. But he says that whenever you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up, right? There is no reason to, you know, destroy what's left and ruin it for not only yourself, but for everyone else as well. Because if you ever do feel like that, in that deep pit of despair, like you just want to end it, don't. Because it is genuinely not fucking worth it. Like, at all. Did I fuck this up? I did. I put it backwards. It's supposed to go like this, actually. But yeah, just reach out to a friend. Right? Reach out and talk to someone. Always keep that friend with you that is willing to talk to you no matter what. And especially if it's a friend that is usually like, oh yeah, I'm busy, right? But what you need, right? They're busy, but hey, they're still willing to take that time to see what's up, to talk with you, right? Because it was kind of an eye-opening experience when I was talking to my brother. Which, by the way, he's very busy nowadays, especially with what's going on in the world. He's a very busy man. But even then, like, I was able to call him, and he was able to talk me through shit, right? And it was nice to understand that I wasn't alone in how I was feeling, because he himself also had the same problems. Because when he was going through, like, joining the military and everything back then. Oh, by the way, so I'll tell you about our relationship growing up, because that's a story and a half. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yes. but when he was going through the military, like the recruitment process, like basic training and all that shit, he himself even thought that he found, like, his future waifu, essentially, right? Someone that he could spend the rest of his life with. Now, granted, they were just friends at the time, but they were intimate as well. Apparently, not the case. She just was like, yeah, I don't really have the time and patience to do this long distance thing, which, by the way, was hilarious because it sounded very similar to a friend that was what I thought was interested in me, and she said she didn't have the time and effort to do a long distance relationship type of thing. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. But, so he basically just, like, got dumped, like, during basic training. So, yeah, that was a lovely time. But as he told me, he's like, when they say, like, focus on yourself first, it's true. Because, you know, he talks a lot with, you know, current military members. He's essentially, like, a part of a group that just talks to them about, you know, mental issues, including, like, PTSD, all that shit, right? And one of the things, I know this song really doesn't fit what I'm talking about, but but he was like, yeah, like, you're never alone, right? There's always someone who's willing to sit with you and to talk with you through your problems. Like, he's been there, he's experienced it, and he sees people still to this day who experience it. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's like, it's just, you gotta grow from it. You will always grow from these hardships. And yes, it's going to hurt to let go of those good times with that somebody, right? But you will eventually find a person that will be true to you. And it's not like lovey-dovey, like yandere type of energy to where they are batshit crazy and they'll fucking stalk you. But more of the, they match your energy. And you can relate to that. I fucked this up again. Because I didn't realize it was. Wait. Did I fuck it up? I think I definitely did. Hey, come on. Be gentle. Be gentle, boy. But yeah, overall, I'll tell you from my experience as well, because if you ever feel like you've had that situation, which Panda, you've already said that you've had that type of situation happen before, and to anyone else who's watching in the future, I've had that happen to me, right? I've come to accept it. I've come to learn from it. My brother has been in that situation. My sister has been in that situation. And you learn. You learn what is good for you and what is not good for you. And always focus on what's good for you. Never waste your time on someone who doesn't care. And it's kind of hard to identify that at first, because you do feel like some kind of emotion, but eventually you will see how they treat you. And sometimes you don't even notice it happening. But what may happen is the same thing that happened to me. You stop treating them how you want to treat them, and you start treating them how they've been treating you. And it causes, like, an actual problem in the friendship, relationship, whatever, right? It actually causes problems. And that's happened to me. It's because I treated my friend how she was treating me, so... Of course, lo and behold, she doesn't like that, but hey, don't worry. When she's dating this other guy, and, you know, she starts treating him the same way she treated me all those fucking years, he's going to leave. Fun little fact, I know a lot of guys always talk about, like, they want to be dominated and everything like that, right? But, from what I've seen, from what I've experienced too, because, yes, I absolutely love getting dominated sometimes, I don't like to have complete control taken away from me. Like, I still need to have some control in my life. So, never let some motherfucker come in and take complete control of your life. Because the only person that can really make you happy and really change you for the better is you. There's no magic pill. There's no magic relationship that's like, oh, I can fix her, I can fix him type of bullshit. It just doesn't exist. Once you become happy with yourself, you'll find someone that matches your energy. Yes, you have to become happy with yourself. You have to. You cannot sit there and gloat and wait for the right opportunity to come. Because if you aren't happy with yourself when that right opportunity comes, you're not going to take the chance to capitalize on that right opportunity. This fucking piece is wrong again. I thought I put it right. God damn, dude. So, yes, start loving yourself. Alright, it's a true fact. Because, again, the only person that will ever make you happy is yourself. Because, if you are able to jork it, and you get pleasure from yourself, then at least you know you can please yourself. So, if you know you can please yourself, then you know you can make yourself happy. You just gotta work for it. And believe it or not, the process is more fun than the end result sometimes. I'll tell you that much. It's kind of like building a set of Legos, right? You look at this shit, and you're like, damn, that's the final project, right? It's gonna take a while. Then you start building it, and you're having fun. You're having fun with yourself building this shit, right? And then you're like getting happy. And then by the end of it, you're satisfied with your progress. You're like, cool. I did that. And then you're like, well, alright. Then you just kind of forget. You forget about it. You don't really touch it for a while. You, like, put it maybe on a display shelf or some shit. You never really, like, focus on it, so. Yeah. Moral of the story, it's fine to abandon toxic friendships. You just have to realize that they were toxic. But if you do love someone and you truly care for someone, and it's fine to also give them space. And it's fine to really see the good in them and to still stick with them, even through thick and thin. Because who knows? Maybe that person that they decide to date, well, you were right about them, and they weren't good for them. So lo and behold, they come crawling back to you. And instead of gloating, instead of being a bad person, you actually sit there. You listen to them and you decide to still care. That is someone who truly loves someone. Someone who's willing to wait. Because believe it or not, patience can either be the biggest killer or show you who really cares. Which sucks for people who are impatient. But it's a true fact. Because if you're willing to wait 3 years for someone, 1, dedication. 2, that shows you truly care. Yeah, that's good. I'm not moving on to this. Whee! It's this one I was talking about? Yes. But yeah, so I meant to tell you about me and my brother's relationship when we were growing up. So I actually did used to live in waiting 1 year for a person. You don't have to wait a year for a person. Just saying, if you're willing to wait for someone. Like, let's say you already knew him for like a couple years. You're willing to wait for him. That shows you care. But, okay, so these are just extras. We don't need to worry about those. But yeah, me and my brother's relationship. So, we lived in Utah, which, if you know anything about my past, was one of my greatest times, like one of my greatest life memories, and also one of my worst. Depends on how you look at it. But one of the great things was how me and my brother grew up, how we grew together. Actually, as a matter of fact, it wasn't a healthy household at all. There were so many fucking problems. Like, growing up in that house, I am not even joking about that. Like, my dad was... He's a good man now. He's fixed himself. He's changed for the better. But he was a alcoholic. So, you know, he had that problem. But, he wasn't, like, super abusive or anything, but he did have his moments to where, fucking hell, what was that? Did have his moments, right? Where sometimes he would hit us. When we were a kid. Which, by the way, one of the reasons why I never wanted to join the military. It wasn't, by the way, this was something I had repressed for like fucking years. It wasn't until I went to therapy and started talking about it to really figure out like what the problem was. Because for the longest time, I was always like, I just don't want to join the military. There's something always holding me back. I just don't want to join. Went to therapy and basically discovered that, yeah, seeing what my dad was going through being in the military and everything, I was like, yep, I don't want to join. I just don't want to join the fucking military because the fact that it's like destroying him this much, it's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be fucked up like that. Fun fact, I still became fucked up. Just in a different sort of way. But yeah, so me and my brother had this little issue. Oh, hello, Taylor Spins. Me and my brother had this little issue, where at the time we had only one Xbox. Yes, by the way, this is one of the stupidest reasons we ever fought. So we had an Xbox, but we only had one, right? And at the time, I was like a hardcore Destiny player and eventually Rainbow Six Siege player. This was like me at my worst. I'm going to be honest. I'm not gonna say it was him that was the problem. It was me. It was completely me, the problem child. But like we'd always fucking fight over who gets to play the Xbox and all that other shit. Like he's definitely broken my nose a few times. Which I always thought after all the fights and everything that we had, like, we were just going to be, like, terrible to each other as adults and everything like that. Like, we'd just be shitty people. No, we actually grew up to be pretty cool with each other. Just like, hey man, you remember that time you broke my fucking nose? He's like, oh yeah. Anyways. Yeah, it happens quite a lot. Like, yeah, it'll just kind of forgive and forget. By the way, Taylor, how you doing? I've always liked the name Taylor. I'm going to be honest. I've always liked it. Why, it's because I used to have a friend named Taylor. But still, I cannot find a piece I am looking for. It's that L shape. What the fuck is it? Did I? What? Do a good, Taylor. Glad to hear you are doing good. By the way, I actually don't know where this other piece went. I think I lost a piece already. It's not good. So, there's actually a part of my tooth, very up, like the top part of my mouth, like the top row of teeth, very far right, like, well, right side, very back side, right? That tooth. He punched me in the face so hard it actually chipped it, but it never like fully broke. So there's a part of my tooth that's like just chipped. So it's got a little crack in my tooth. The dentist never fixed it either. So, but yeah, Taylor, I am doing wonderful. As a matter of fact, I am actually doing quite peachy. I never thought I'd feel this way in a long time, but you know what? I feel wonderful. I totally forgot that this bag exists. I've been digging around this fucking pile, looking for this piece. Come to realize that piece was in this bag all along. And you get to see just how bright I really am. Which, by the way, Panda, just letting you know, so I don't know if you have looked at the recent Resident Evil gameplay at all, but I was looking at it and I was like, I like what I see, but at the same time, there is a part of me that's like, I feel like speedruns are going to be a little bit slower because of this. And one of the things was, which by the way, in case you don't know, to all you other people, I am a Resident Evil speedrunner. It's just basically how I started streaming, was actually doing that. And with Resident Evil Requiem, I think it's the newest one coming out. I saw that Leon Kennedy can do fucking, like, executions. Which looks cool, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the fact that it could do executions. The only problem I have is that I fear that's going to, like, fuck with speedruns, because executions take time. You can't, like, just cancel it, right? So, it's like, if you accidentally enact an execution mid-speedrun, then that could take out, like, a few seconds. Before I popped by and stuck around? Oof. So, if you want to know how long I've been streaming, I think I really started getting into it around 20... Oh, fuck. I think it was around 2021 was when I really started getting into streaming. And how I got into streaming, kind of a weird story, but I had originally tried my hand at it back in like 20, it was like fucking hell, like 2016 or some shit like that. When I was just doing it just because it was an option that you could do on Xbox. I didn't know what that fucking option even did. So, that was interesting. But yeah, 2021 came around and I was like, you know what? I think I want to start streaming myself. I want to start being a content creator. Now, granted, I was very busy and I'm still very busy in my life nowadays, but I've come to develop a schedule so that I can be a little bit more consistent nowadays. But my inspiration for starting with streaming actually started with Project Melody. If you don't know who that is, she's a lovely VTuber. But she started with a little website that I can't say the full name of, but it has chatter in it, right? So this website, Chatter, You Finish the Rest, which, by the way, if you know what fishers use, that's essentially the end of that website. But I used to watch her, like, a lot. Right, I'd always be excited whenever she'd start streaming and doing that shit, right? But she seemed like so chill, and I was a part of her Discord server, and I even got to talk with her at one point, and she was, like, actually really cool. Like, she was a really cool person, yes. And it like, gave me that hope. Like, you know what? Like, these people are, like, actually cool, and they're inspirational, so... And, like, it was, you know, Project Melody, who was using, essentially, a VTuber avatar. Now, granted, at the time it was 3D, but she was still using a VTuber avatar. And I was like, there's a way I can express myself without having to show my real face. I can still make people happy without ever having to show my real face. And yeah, so that's how I really got into streaming and all that shit. So yes, I technically started streaming because of a corn, the food corn VTuber. Which, by the way, fun little fact, in case you didn't know this, we actually developed a little thing in the Discord. I wonder if it's still around. I don't think it is. But we had this little thing in the Discord where we were, called the... Wait, I think we were the science team. During that as well. It was so fucking weird. But... we had this, like, little thing going where we were part of the science team. If I ever got the opportunity to, talk with Project Melody again, I absolutely would. Because she was a lovely person. There are so many, like, VTubers I would absolutely love to collaborate with. So many people in general I would love to collaborate with. Because, by the way, I am best when I am with other people. I bounce off and resonate with other people's energy so easily. So, you can actually see me at my best whenever I am fucking around with someone else. In case you were curious. Project Milady. Which, by the way, Panda, I think you may remember who I'm talking about, but there was actually a guy, no, a girl that I used to collaborate with back on Ollie's old server. There was a girl that I used to collaborate with, and if you ever watched those streams, like, you saw how well I bounced off their energy. So, yeah, you can usually find me at my best whenever I am around other people. So. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, Project Melody. Melody, by the way. You keep saying Milady. It's Melody, like, shouty's like a melody in my head. You know, that melody. By the way, no, I'm not a great singer. So to let you know that now. Wait, wait, what the fuck? Okay. For a second, I was, like, so weird, because I was, like, right here. I think the pages were, like, slightly stuck together, and then I flip it, and I'm like, what the fuck? When did that come into play? I kind of got scared there for a second, but... Affliction should have been like a corrupt file version for a feature. She corrupted me, I'll tell you that much. Darkabar and Antisepticeye. Oh my god, I had totally forgotten about those. I had fucking forgotten about the Darkifier and that shit. By the way, finished Dispatch, and I love Jacksepticeye and Dispatch. I love his character, he's just so great. Actually, I love all the characters. I don't think there was a single character that I actually hated within Dispatch. All of them were very well written. I think the only character that I was just kind of like, about was actually Shroud. I think he was the only character that I just was like, meh. But like, yeah. Oh, this tasted salty. Also, I love it whenever you pair Waterboy and him together. Sometimes Waterboy, would just straight up try to do the top of the morning to you, ladies. That was always a fun little Easter egg. The part at the end where you could forgive the one you fired. Yes. And the one that I had initially cut, by the way, spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers or anything like that, I would advise you just mute or you just tune out. Or if you don't care, that's cool too. But anyway, so the one that I actually cut, because I thought you could cut any of them at first, right? I didn't realize you'd only get one of two choices, because the one of two choices were characters I actually liked. I liked Coupe, and I liked Sonar. Now, of course, this was my first playthrough, right? So I was like, oh no. Yeah, it is weird that it happened twice. You do see a dick in Dispatch, like, twice in the game. Actually, I think you see it more. It's funny that you see dicks more than you do, like, vaginas. Let that sink in. So, for any of you women that think that, you know, they only objectify women, no, they objectify men too. Not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, I appreciate it that we get more dicks in games, because I feel like we need more dicks in games. We don't need just women with their boobs flashing all the fucking time. Be nice to have some cock and balls every now and then, you know? Give equal, what do they call that? God, I'm blanking. The thing when you are, sexualizing a specific gender, I don't fucking know I can't remember the name of it. But we need that equally, right? For both male, female, all that shit, right? Equal objectification. Dream scene was a jump scare. It was, especially first playthrough. I didn't expect her to be that happy over, you know, getting bumped up the leaderboards, but fuck it, I guess she was really happy. That's one way of doing things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But yeah. So I was like, okay. That just happened, I guess. But yeah, so my first playthrough, I ended up cutting Coupe, because I like Moist Critical, I like Charlie, so I wanted to keep his character around. I was like, okay, I will cut Coupe and stick with Sonar. Which, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, Sonar is kind of tough to work with in the long run of the game because of his, you know, switching from regular to bat form thing that he does, which can be very disorienting for whenever you're like, oh, I need someone with high charisma and high intellect to do this job, and then he's in his bat form, so he doesn't have high intellect or high charisma, and you're like, well, fuck. Gollum is really good. But, my thoughts on who I would actually be able to cut, I thought it was going to be like you could cut one of any of the characters, right? But no, it was only one of 2. I actually wanted to cut Gollum at first, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't really see how he's gonna be much use in the long run, right? Yeah. But hey, you can actually give Coupe the fight license as well, so. And since, Coupe and Strongman, or Punch Up, I think is what his name is, right? Punch Up. Since they actually dated, they actually synergize well with each other, so. Just a fun little fact. But yeah. So. By the way, did you know he went to Harvard? Did you know Sonar went to Harvard? In case you didn't know, he went to Harvard. The fuck is going on with that skeleton right there? But yeah, so. Now, granted, I was doing my playthrough. I was like, I know it's like you can romance Invisigal and all that, so I was like, you know what? She seems cool. She has that character building where if you just stick with her and you're loyal to her, maybe she'll change, right? Be yourself, but be loyal to her, right? So I did that. I stuck with her the entire way. And every single option that was like, you know, oh yeah, you know what? You should cut her. I was like, I can't. I just can't do that. I need her for the team. Man, because I honestly didn't think Flambe was actually coming back or anything like that onto the team. Because I was down Flambe. I was down like another teammate. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I need Invisigal, so I just didn't cut her. But yeah, through all in all, I was very loyal, and I still trusted her, even after her supposed betrayal. But I was like, if she took the pulse thingy, Majigger, and didn't give it to Shroud, like, it's one of those things, like, it wouldn't make sense for her to still play along at that point, because she got the thing she needed to get. I mean, like, what the fuck else? I have breaking the arms. He's got little arms, dude. He's got, like, skinnier arms than me, and it's funny. Like, I have skinny arms, but he's got even skinnier arms. Which, by the way, also just want to say, I don't know why they kept saying that Robert had a dad bod. He just straight up did not have a dad bod. I was like, if you actually see a dad bod, you would know that it's a little unpleasant. You get that beer belly and everything. Robert looked fit. I was like, he does not have a dad bod. The fuck are these people talking about? Someone's bullshitting me here, and it ain't me. It's gracious. Do I feel like going out to a karaoke bar tonight? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I think my friend would be glad to see me there, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to. Lego is so cozy to do. You can see why I do it. One is because it entertains me, but at the same time, it entertains you. And also, my sister watches through these later on, so she gets to hear the most deranged shit that I actually say. But she watches it mainly because she cares for me. She's a caring sister. I absolutely love her. And if anyone fucks with my sister, I swear to whatever fucking higher being there is, I will hunt you down and absolutely gut you with the Bowie knife myself. Oh no! Please, don't mess with my sister. That's all I ask. But yeah. She absolutely loves Legos, believe it or not. You would not think that she is a Lego lover. Which, by the way, she also loves Slipknot, too. Just a fun little fact. I love Slipknot. In case you're wondering what one of my favorite artists is, it's Slipknot. I love their music. They're so great to listen to. And yes, I still know about all the controversies, but I still like the music. Sometimes you can separate the art from the artist. Then, can we build a reef here? This is an interesting looking thingamajigger. Also, by the way, I want to say something as well. To any person that hates on Clair Obscur Expedition 33 for little to no reason, you should probably play the game first before you hate on it. Now, there have been reviews that I've seen where people have, quote-unquote, played that game. But, yeah. I could get behind that, Panda. But yeah, so, what I was saying. Like, most of the people that I see hating on Expedition 33 just haven't fucking played it. So, it's always that thing of, like, they'll talk about it, like, being, oh, it's so boring, yada yada yada. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you don't have to lie to me. It's fine to, you know, not play it, but you can't play it for like 10 minutes and then be like, oh, it's a bad game. It's a very story heavy narrative game. And I understand some people just don't have the patience to actually experience a good story because it doesn't have gun or ball. Not every game needs to have gun and ball. Which, by the way, just want to say, I can't get this fucking piece out. I am not a huge JRPG fan at all. Like, I'm not even joking about that. I don't really like them. Games like Persona, Final Fantasy, I never really liked them because I was not a huge JRPG fan at all. However, when I was playing through Expedition 33, I really enjoyed it. And yes, Panda, I absolutely agree. Not every gun and ball game needs a new fucking game every single year. It just doesn't. Like, they think we are just kids that need something new every single year. We are fine playing with the same game for a year. For more than a year. I mean, for fuck's sake, look at, like, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, all those fucking games. They have been, like, still hot on people's minds. All these years later, people still go back to play. It's one of those things where Call of Duty, right? And that's why so many people, like, stop playing Call of Duty. They get the Call of Duty burnout, which happened to me too. Which, yes, I will say, I'm not scared to admit it, I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2019. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed it, alright? And then, you know, Cold War came out, and I was like, I just don't really care, but I'll still play it, and I still enjoyed it, right? It wasn't bad, but it was definitely, like, rushed to all hell. It could have easily have been delayed. And that's probably what they should have done. But, you know, they gotta make their money somehow, so. But yeah, so it's like, alright. And then Modern Warfare 2 2022 came out. And I was like, oh my gosh. No, wait, was it? No. What came out in 2021? That was Vanguard, if I remember correctly. 2021 had Vanguard. Which, that was a fucking travesty and a half. Like, that game was actually just pure dog shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there was nothing redeeming about that game whatsoever. It felt just terrible, and seeing the bastardization of such historical firearms, too, just... Yeah, that game just should never have existed. And one thing I hate with modern shooters, and honestly, Panda, I hope you clip this, and I hope I can put this out on the internet. This is a message to Battlefield 6. Please stop with RedSec, alright? It's 2026 now. No one fucking cares about Battle Royale anymore. It's like, it's actually just a dead genre. Like, if you want to retain your player base, focus on the things that people actually paid to experience, which was the multiplayer. No one cares about this fucking Battle Royale game mode. The people that care about it are the ones that don't want to spend any money on the game, or they are streamers. One of the two. Most normal people just won't fucking play that game mode. Like, ever. So just stop focusing on it. Like, you see your player base is constantly going down. It's because you have, like, fucking nothing new to offer. Ever. It's the same thing that happened with fucking Call of Duty was... If you look at Modern Warfare 2019, right? Their seasonal launches, they had a shit ton of content per season, right? There was a lot. They had new maps, they had a lot of new guns, like, they had a lot of new shit every single season. But towards the end of the life cycle, you could see that they were, like, slowing down on how much content you were actually getting. And then in Cold War, you could really see it. And then Vanguard was the worst offender, where you basically only got, like, maybe 2 weapons. Like, every single Call of Duty after 2019 that introduced the Battle Royale and kept focusing on it as its main aspect, you could see the degradation of content and how much you were getting. Because they focused so heavily on such a big type of game mode that it takes away from the resources that actually matter. Which, you know, is the fucking main multiplayer game that people paid money for. So just stick with that. People want naval warfare. We don't care about gas masks. We don't care about this caustic shit. Because, guess what? It's not really going to improve anything. It's the same thing with, like, when they introduced battle pickups, right? They introduced it, and then they kind of just didn't focus on it because it was mainly for, like, RedSec and shit like that. And then they just removed it. And no one fucking noticed. Because, again, the battle pickups were just so useless. They were only good for one thing, and that was the Battle Royale. They didn't really have a place in multiplayer. I think the only one that was even remotely good was the Gatling gun battle pickup. The other one was so useless. Like, I had no idea what it was supposed to be used for. Like, could it deal with anti-air? Yeah, but you had to, like, lead your shots in a very weird way. Like, it could deal damage to armor, but it didn't really deal that much damage. It was kind of just like a neutered railgun. It just felt off. Like, nothing about it felt right. And it's this thing that I noticed with these ball and gun video games nowadays, is they're always focused on, like, some kind of, like, Battle Royale aspect. For some fucking reason, they think people still, in this day and age, care so much about Battle Royale. No, no one cares. Most of these motherfuckers have a job now. They don't have all this time to invest into Battle Royale and these battle passes. Like, it's ridiculous. It really is. Like, these companies are focusing on the wrong thing, and, you know, and sadly, fucking Vince Appella died, so, you know, if you really had any hope of Titanfall 3 or Battlefield, like, being good in the long run, you may just be disappointed, because the last creative director that actually gave a damn is fucking dead now, so that's wonderful. So, yeah, it's just fucking ass. And the worst part is that, like, people still play the battle royales of these games, which I think for the most part with Battlefield, eventually they're gonna realize that them focusing so much on their red sec, their battle royale, they're gonna see that the players won't come back. Let's be real, the players aren't going to come back if they keep seeing like, oh yeah, we only get like 2-3 maps the entire season. Which, by the way, the seasons are not short. They are pretty long. They're like 3 months. You get a map for each month. I remember in Battlefield 4, I got like, what, fucking 4 or 5 maps in a single expansion? And also, they had a shit ton of guns to customize as well. There's so many problems with Battlefield 6. But don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the actual base multiplayer. It is fun. But I could complain about the game because I care about the game. Let's not get that mistaken. I do want to see the game succeed in the long term. I want it to outlive Call of Duty. But with the path that they are taking right now, it's kind of biting them in the ass. It's gonna keep biting them in the ass in the long run. Because, I mean, if you look at viewership of Battlefield 6, it's just not even that high. It's actually pretty low. And even with RedSec, it's still pretty fucking low. Look at, like, Battlefield clips or anything like that. Their view counts are not that high. Because just no one really cares. Like, whenever someone posts RedSec shit, it maybe will get, like, a couple views. Maybe, like, past 10 views or some shit. No one will really care. They'll usually just scroll right past it. Who cares? It's just, it's a sad truth. These game companies really just need to wake the fuck up. Stop with Battle Royale, okay? Stop trying to put your foot in a market that don't belong in. It's just, like, I'm amazed they didn't learn their fucking lesson with Battlefield 5. Because Battlefield 5 had a Battle Royale. I bet most people forgot about that. It was called Firestorm. Yeah. When they stopped focusing so hard on Firestorm and they released the Pacific Theater expansion. Well, it wasn't really an expansion, but an update, right? Dude, that shit was hella fun. I absolutely loved the Pacific Theater battles. Like, genuine fun. Me and my brother enjoyed it. And then I just stopped for some reason. Like, Battlefield needs to know where their player base really stands with their games. Like, leave the Battle Royale shit to Call of Duty, okay? You don't need to chase a dying trend. Because, I mean, look at fucking Call of Duty. When was the last time you heard someone say, yeah, I'm gonna hop on Black Ops 7? I sure as shit haven't heard that. That's like a rare sentence. That's a fucking unicorn type of sentence. And even then, if you hear someone say that, like, yeah, I'm gonna hop on Black Ops 7, you know what the first, like, guttural reaction is to that? It's just, why? Like, why are you gonna go do that, man? You could literally play, like, any other game, but you're gonna go play that? Oh, I'm bored. Then play any other fucking game. Re-download some old games and play them. Like, it's just, no one gives a shit. It's hilarious to me. Alright. Let's figure this shit out. This is such a weird design. Like, what the fuck? I am very, very confused right now, in case you are curious. Because I honestly don't really know if I'm putting these in the right spot. They look like they're in the right spot, but I don't actually know. I guess we will figure out the end goal. I actually don't know my Am I placing these right? I think so. I am so confused. I think I'm placing them right. I'm very confused. Oh shit. I think we placed this one here. This one here. And then this right here. And then this right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright. Then that right there. And then that. I think that's what it wants. I have no idea. I guess we will figure out. Alright. This is bag 3. How many bags are needed in this? 6. Okay, so we are halfway there. We need to have a bag. Let me use one of these older bags. We'll use bag 2 to kind of place just all of our extra pieces for now. In the event we need them later. So. Alright. Move on to bag 3. Right? I honestly don't know what to do with these characters, so I'm just gonna place them like up here for now. Got the tub. Guy looks like he's got the fucking like upside down rocket launcher, man. I'm blast some shit. Right. Yeah. Oh, for goodness gracious. Oh, tired. I've had a long day. Oh my gosh, the gold cheese song. My favorite. Kind of amazing how this one is not in global yet. It's only in JP, which is such a shame because I like it more than the original Bakushin. We need that one in global. I don't fucking care what I have to do. By the way, I am saving up for a Stay Gold cosplay, and I am so fucking excited for when I can get that. You don't even understand how excited I am for that. Like, I am honestly going to be ecstatic when I get to fucking wear that shit. It's gonna be awesome. Will I show it off on stream? Probably. But then you'll have to see my real face, and I don't want to do that. I think eventually I'll just be like, yeah, I don't really fucking care, right? I'm gonna be a flesh tuber. And you already see my hands. But who knows? Or maybe I'll just keep it to myself. Maybe I'll show it to my friends and shit like that. And it's gonna be like gatekeeping, you know? Like, yeah, only my friends get to see me in cosplay. I'm gonna try to also change my schedule a little bit, so I stream at like 1 o'clock instead of 2. Like how I've been doing, so. That way, more of my European friends can actually watch this for longer rather than having to stay up so fucking late at night. By the way, there's this cosplayer that I follow on Instagram. Where is she? Okay, so I'm gonna show you someone. So this person right here. So ignore my fucking messy phone, alright? We don't need to worry about that. This person right here is like one of my favorite cosplayers. Like, she's so great. I wish I could be as pretty as she is. I don't think I ever will, though. If you saw what I look like my face, you'd be like, ugh, what the fuck is that? The fuck is that thing? I mean, I will say, though, like, in terms of, like, random, just totally off-topic thing, right? In terms of, like, looking for a new relationship or anything like that, honestly, I think I'm just gonna try to go for Europeans now. Because Europeans haven't let me down. They haven't been as toxic as Americans have. And also, I'm just kind of done with America as is. America is not only just a laughingstock, but we are actually, like, becoming the very thing we swore to destroy. Like, I don't know how we were able to fucking put Palpatine as our leader, but hey, you know what? We did it. We're basically recreating Episode 3 of Star Wars. And that's gonna lead into Episode 4, and then it's gonna be 5, and then 6. It's gonna be Star Wars all over again. Somehow Palpatine returned. Actually, no. Maybe we're living through 7, 8, 9 right now. I never thought I'd ever have to talk about the sequel trilogies. Wow. That actually just made me severely depressed having to even speak about the sequel trilogies. But I think our country is just becoming the sequel trilogies. Had a promising start, and then it's going downhill to where it's just... Now we are in the event of somehow Palpatine returned. Fucking hell. Also, can I just say this now? I hate politics so much. There has never been a time when I have ever talked about politics or, like, even thought about it. Where it's been like, oh yeah, this makes me feel better. Right? Shit like that, right? Like, honestly, I swear, I just want to watch the news so I can figure out, like, if my fucking college campus will be closed or some shit like that, right? I want to watch the news to figure out whatever happened to that baby rhino. That's what I want to watch the news for. I don't want to watch the fucking news to see, hey, by the way, your country is mobilizing troops to invade another fucking country. Come on, man. This is like my local news channel, too. Like, I don't care. Why are we doing this? Like, it really sucks because I basically have to stay off social media. I have to stay off my own fucking television because anytime I turn it on, or I swipe through Instagram, or even fucking YouTube Shorts, or whatever it is, right? There is some shit about my glorious leader, Donald J. Trump, doing some stupid, heinous shit again. And it's like, oh my god, dude, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Why is it so hard for us to just do something about it? Just, oh my god, it's annoying. I just want to get away from it. This is why living the country mouse lifestyle is better. It's because, honestly, when you don't have to fucking focus on that shit all the goddamn fucking time, then, you know, you start to feel a little better. Holy shit, dude. It is, like, so draining, too. Because for some reason, people always want to talk about this shit. Even my own mother will try to talk with me about it sometimes. And I just have to straight up tell her, I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a shit. And I really don't want my day ruined. Alright? So, like, I understand your friend likes to talk about it all the fucking time. Your friend is stupid, okay? He's uneducated. He's stupid, alright? Plain and simple. Just, better yet, just don't talk about it. It seems like anytime you two talk about it, it always causes some type of fucking rift, some type of trouble, so just stop talking about it. But no, they continue to talk about it. Like, oh my fucking god. You guys are literally the definition of insanity. God damn. It's just draining. It's so annoying. Like, that's the type of shit that really just, like, makes you not want to live in this world. And I can't blame people for that. I mean, like, whenever I see that shit on the news and on social media, it's just like, I just don't even want to live on this fucking world anymore. And that's why I'm trying to fucking leave this dog shit country. I want to get out of here. I want to leave America because it's getting worse every single fucking day. It's honestly perplexing how it keeps getting worse. Honestly, it's amazing how it keeps getting worse. Because you would think, like, oh, it's already at its worst, right? Maybe it'll get better from here. Nope. Like, oh my gosh. Also, by the way, I love how people are talking about how gas prices keep going down. I don't know if these people are high or they just aren't looking at the actual gas prices. But they were talking about, like, oh, gas prices are going down. I was like, what are you talking about? They're like fucking 35 cents more expensive this week than they were last week. Like, bruh, do you not remember shit from last week? Is your, like, frontal cortex just fucking fried at this point? I'm missing that fucking grape juice. Where the fuck did it go? They put a hard-to-find piece amongst a lot of thick boys. But yeah, straight up, I want to leave America. One, we're a laughingstock. Two, most people don't even like Americans anymore. Which is probably why I'm just going to get my British citizenship. Because I still can do that. Which, by the way, fun little fact. From what I was reading and what I saw, I had to look into it just to make sure it was true because I was like, there's no way this is fucking true, right? Maybe this is a joke. This is a cruel joke set by someone. Devious. I really still hope it is a joke, but it doesn't seem like it is one. But the US is no longer going to be doing that dual citizenship thing anymore. So it's basically like, alright, so let's say you have UK citizenship, right? You were born in the UK, but you also hold US citizenship. You get a choice, buckaroo. You get to decide if you want to be American, or if you want to still keep that British citizenship. I'm like, that's scummy. So if I were to be like, you know what? I want to go get my British passport, right? So I can go work in the UK, right? Or some shit like that, right? They would, like, the US would basically deport me at that point because they'd be like, yep, you're no longer a US citizen. Get the fuck out. Okay. Like, it is funny because my dad he was born in the UK. So, he technically has dual citizenship. Now, granted, he had to renounce his citizenship for security clearance purposes because he worked in the military, government contracting, all that shit. So, yeah, he did have to renounce that, so that makes sense. But he had to do that, like, a long time ago. Like, nowadays, it's just like, what the fuck? It's not, like, I would still understand if it was for, like, security clearance purposes and all that shit, but it's not. And it's like, what the fuck, man? But, I mean, whatever. I wouldn't be sad. Because, fun facts, by the way. You didn't hear this from me. As a matter of fact, you probably heard this from a third-party source, and this is allegedly just a rumor. I'm not telling you how to do any types of wrongful activity or anything that could be deemed as illegal, which it is not. Just remember this. It is not illegal to do. I also just straight up can't find this piece. Do I have an extra somewhere? I don't think I have an extra. What the fuck? I actually don't know what happened to this piece, guys. I just don't think I have. I don't think I have it. That sucks. But, fun little fact, if you rack up a shit ton of credit card debt in the United States and you get deported, you cannot access those credit cards anymore or anything like that. So all your debts get cleared because you're no longer a U.S. citizen that has to obey by the IRS, the United States IRS. So, if you were to rack up, which, by the way, this did happen with a guy, about $512,000 worth of credit card and other types of debt, and then you get deported to South Korea, well, tough cookies to the IRS, because how is he going to be able to pay that back? He can't pay that back. He's no longer a U.S. citizen. He's not in the U.S. anymore. So, just a fun little fact. Though, again, you didn't hear it from me. Just remember that. What the fuck? Oh, wait, I did this wrong. Wait, no. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, I did not do this wrong. Yes, and then we put chunky brick right here. Yeah, just like that. And then we will do, what the fuck am I gonna do? I think it's this one? No, it's this one. This one, yes. So it's this one, and then, where the fuck is the other one? No, wait, it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I see what's happening. So then, what do we put? That, we want to do this. And put this bad boy right there. I am muddying these 4 steps, by the way. I just want to get that clear. These steps are definitely being muddied. But who cares? If I can still get it good, then that is all that matters. I'm a bomb-ass bitch. That's what you'll fucking know me as. You know me as a bomb-ass bitch. Yeah. Then we do this bad boy right here for the time being. I need another one of you on. And oh wow, okay, so it doesn't show me that beforehand. Don't know why you wouldn't do that beforehand, but you had to put that bad boy right there, and then you have to put this right there. Delicious. Hydration is important. Hydration check, by the way. Make sure y'all are hydrated. Because always need to make sure you're hydrated. If you are not hydrated, you are going to fucking die. You are going to die a lonely, sad, miserable wretch if you do not hydrate properly. So make sure you hydrate. Oh wait, I just realized it shows on that step. Whoopsies! Stick that little bitch right in there. Yee-haw, NASCAR. We need one of you bad boys. We need you. And then we need you. Just like that. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? We're starting to have a building here. Alright, so let's flip to the next one. The fuck am I looking at? Shooting bears and pissing deers. That's what I live for. Yay. It's actually how I've heard some people talk, and it's actually quite hilarious to hear them talk like that. Like, what the fuck are you on, man? Oh. Hey guys, look at that. Magic trick. I can hang it. I got spider. What do they call that? Spider touch? The Spider-Man touch or whatever? Fuck if I know. Just clip my skin there. How lovely. Alright, enough of that annoying shit. Also, can I just talk about one thing? Actually, you know what? Why am I even asking for permission? I can talk about it, absolutely. But, you know what I've always found interesting? Is human bones. Like, I've always had this weird obsession with, like, collecting human bones. Actually, not even just human bones, but just bones in general. Like, call me fucking weird, but yes, I used to... Actually, not used to, I still do it, actually. Collect, like, bones. I think it really started when I was younger, and I was like, I think it was when I was in Utah, when my goth alt scene emo phase was really kicking off, and like I was in the Salt Lake, right? And one of the places we stopped at to camp out at, because we would ride on my dad's boat, and we'd, like, find a little shoreline or something, and we camp out there. Well, one of the spots that we found had, like, a fucking cow skull. And I thought it was so cool. Like, there was something within me that was just like, dude, this is awesome. Like, this is, like, actually so cool. And ever since then, I've just collected bones. And then eventually, like, grew up into me wanting to just collect human bones. And then I got a weird obsession with collecting human bones. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want to get into, like, forensics as a job. Because you get to collect bones. You get to fuck with bones, and it's so cool. So that's actually what I wanted to do as a job for the longest time. But instead, I pursued cybersecurity. Which maybe I actually do want to go back to. Going into the forensics field. Who knows? Maybe one day. Okay, so I was wondering when these fucking things were gonna come into play. Now's your time to shine. These motherfuckers. And then... and we have... oh, shit. Oh my god, dude. I got scared there for a second. Oh, thank goodness for this chair. Oh my god. That was terrifying. That actually made my heart drop for a second. Whew. That was too goddamn close. Let's not do that again. Let's be cautious. Let's actually move you to the side a little for now. We're gonna move you off camera. Because I do not want to fuck around and find out with that shit again. But yeah, the field of forensics is so fucking cool. Which also, I had a weird obsession with a little TV show, which you guys may know about, called Dexter. Yes, the show about a serial killer. I also had a weird obsession with that show. And I was already kind of thinking about getting into forensics, but then I saw blood splatter. Which also, by the way, I love blood. I absolutely love blood. Most people get grossed out by blood. They like faint and whatever. Dude, I love blood. Bones? No, I'm gonna be honest, I watched that show with my mother. Neither of us actually really enjoyed it. It was kind of lame. There was something about it where it's one of those shows that you turn on to kind of just have as background noise, but you don't ever actually, that's pretty cool. Like, look, we actually have a functioning door. But yeah, Bones was one of those shows that you kind of just turn on and then you forget about it. Like, if you want to say otherwise, okay, so tell me about a very specific episode and how it actually goes, like how it ends, what the plot progression is, all that shit, right? Without ever Googling it. You have to just tell me off the top of your head. You can. Guys, just, it wasn't that interesting. It was never that interesting. What the fuck am I looking at? So you need one of these, and then you stick it. I think it wants me to stick it in like that. It does! Okay, let me show you, because I kind of did that off camera. I'm so sorry. So you have this little ropey thing, and then you stick it into the bottom of that, right? Okay, I had it for a second. So, stick it in the bottom. Oh, too far. Just like that. So it actually sticks in like that. Yes! And we take one of these orange things and I think we do that, and then we stick that little bad boy in just like that. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beautiful little torch. It's so beautiful. I think we just stick it on like so. Yes, that looks about right. Maybe I should bring my mother onto one of these streams soon. I think you guys would enjoy her. She's a lovely lady. Also, I kind of want her to get out of her shell a little bit. This one looks like it goes like that, which is very weird, but okay. Maybe I should put some of my other Lego characters in here as well. That'd be pretty cool. And then... what the fuck is this next step? So you have one of these... 2 pieces? Where the... wait! I found the piece, by the way! Oh my gosh. It only took me forever, but eventually I found it. I just realized there's supposed to be one here too. Luckily, I remembered. Look at that, dude. That's what fucking makes you horny. That right there, that fucking fixing of your mistakes. Now that's perfection. That's what really gets you going. Ignore what I said there. I think I got a little too into that. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, I stick that in. Rotate it down. You have to do that 4 times? Yeah, you have to do that 4 times. Stick another one in there, that's like that. Another one in there. No. Fuck. Alright, here it is. It's upside down. Am I missing another bag of shit? No, this is for bag 4. Bag 5, bag 6. Yeah. I don't think I'm missing any other bags, so... How the fuck am I... how the fuck am I missing pieces? What the shit? What the fuck, Richard? I am having some troubles. Where actually is this goddamn piece? Because I see these 2, right? Ah, here we go. But we need 2 of these, and I only see the 1. I am going to lose my goddamn mind. Right. Ah, here we go. There you are. Yeah, so I do have quite a lot of pieces that I gotta focus on, and I gotta walk in to be able to fucking find them. Okay. Now we're back to big pieces. So we need these 2 grates. Looks like we need it on... Oh, there's 4. So we need arch. Stick it right there. Stick it on that. And then we do this piece like so. Stick another grate on there, and then we stick one of these on there. And then we put it... So, sorry this is like not the best angle for you guys. I'm trying to work with what I have. I wish I could be better. Just like that. Pop that bad bitch down right in there. And then we move on to the next step. Oh my goodness. Here's what we'll do. Come tomorrow. So we'll finish with this bag right here, which I think there's only like a few more steps left. Yeah. So we'll finish with up to this point right here, and then we'll call it for today. And then I will be back tomorrow. I'm actually going to keep to a fucking schedule this time, because I'm not as busy. I do not have a fucking exam to focus on, okay? I can actually dedicate more time into streaming. So, that is what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm going to dedicate more time into streaming. We will come back tomorrow, and I'll probably even stream at an earlier time, so we can even get you actually building the full set and not taking a fucking eternity to finish it. Yep. And then just single arch on top. There we go. Dude, it's looking good. Look at the progress we are making, guys. The fact that you are all here with me to support me and do this with me makes me feel happy. Yes, that's what really matters. Next piece. And then, looks like we need Fluffy. Throw that up, and then this weird looking shield thing. That's actually kind of a cool piece, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wait, we have a sticker here. Okay, can we get this to work? So, what he said was, if you take it, right? I think this is what he was talking about. I hope I'm right in saying this, but take it. You put on the corner like so, right? You can actually, like... No, wait. No, whoops. Whoopsies, hold on. That's on me, that's on me. I can actually see this working. Hold on. Oh, it fucking worked, dude. Dude! He was right! He was so fucking right! Oh my gosh. More Amor was so fucking right in that you could just straight up use the corner of this right here to stick on the sticker and it makes it easier. Oh my gosh, I have to do it twice though. I think you guys understand just how happy it makes me to see that actually fucking worked. I was skeptical, being like, will it actually work? Maybe my shaky hands will be able to perform better. But no, it actually fucking worked. Honestly, I'm amazed. I'm impressed. Guy knows his shit. And I have learned something new today. That is why I love my community. You learn something new from them every day. Now we gotta do the same thing twice. And with practice, this will definitely be easier to do as well, so. Yeah, that just works so beautifully. I love using the little corner tool. Like, that actually makes it so much fucking easier. Oh my gosh! It's like beating a little fucking orphan child and being proven right. Don't quote me on that ever. And we flip it around and... Woo! Would you look at that? Oh, here's the Bakshin song. Oh, the song. Bakshin, 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 Bakshin. By the way, speaking of the Bakshin song, there is so many people on Uma Musume, which yes, I do play that game religiously, that follow me on there, and every single time I launch up the fucking game, I swear they do it, like, out of spite, or because they're memeing or some shit, but they always, without a shadow of a doubt, play the fucking Bakshin song on the goddamn jukebox. So every single time I load into the game, I just start hearing Bakshin. I'm like, oh great, here we go again. Happens every single fucking time. It's the funniest thing ever, though. I do love it. Can't hate it. Alright, so... we are getting close to the end of this section. Because I think, yeah, 79 is the last part of this section. So, we have... big bridges. Big booty bridges! I actually can't see what the fuck that's... what is that doing? Am I? Big Booty Jeff Bridges! Sounds like a, what do they fucking call that? The Smash Bros. Announcer? Imagine the Smash Bros. Announcer actually saying some shit like that. He just comes in and he's like, Big Booty Jeff Bridges! Like, okay. Guess I'm fighting Big Booty Jeff Bridges. God. Moments like that actually makes me, like, almost piss my pants. Sounds like the new fish from SpongeBob. The new fish from SpongeBob? What the fuck are you talking about? What is this new fish? Oh my god! Why am I so fucking dyslexic? What's this new fish you're talking about? Oh, the news fish. Breaking news! Big Booty Jeff Bridges That's terrorizing Bikini Bottom! Mermaid Man, where are you? So that could be a voice actor. Not a good one, granted, but I could still be one. With enough courage and testament, you could be anything in this world. You just gotta be like, fuck it, we ball. Have the fuck it, we ball mentality, and trust me, you can pretty much be anyway. Invisible Boatmobile is a go-to power wash simulator. Wait, that's an actual power wash simulator level? How do you fucking... Fuck it, we bowling! Wait, how do you fucking clean that, though? That's my question. How do you clean the Invisible Boatmobile? Like, it's invisible. Do you just keep cleaning it till, like, you just can't see it anymore? And then you're like, well, I guess it's fucking clean. Alright, where is it? I don't know, I kind of forgot. You powers it back to invisible. So you do quit it till it's invisible again. That's the goofiest fucking level concept so far. Hey, you know, you're basically just cleaning this shit till you can't see it. That's how you know it's clean. That sounds like an awful idea. Let's do it. How much is the pay? I don't know, like fucking 30 bucks. Alright, let's do it. I'm basically just connected with these. And then we finish up with these. And look at that. We are done for today. This is what our progress is so far. Let me actually put this aside really quick. But yeah, let me bookmark this so we know where to come back tomorrow. Also, sorry for the line here. The wire that you see here. That's just straight up from my microphone. People who are watching on YouTube Shorts actually don't even have to see or deal with that. But I will say that so far this has been quite fun and a lot less frustrating than the last Lego set I tried to build. That one was painful. But regardless, this is our progress so far. So here we have the base. It's turned out pretty good. This part I'm still skeptical about if that's right or not, but I guess we'll see. I'm guessing this is like the base to the house, the underneath section. Then once it's like all done, we'll put this on top. Because that's what it looks like. I mean, it fits pretty flush on there, so that's just for the house, right? And then this is the start of the, I guess the city hall, I guess is what this would be. But, yeah, so this is the front of it, right? We have our door here, which opens, which is always nice whenever I get these types of interactable things. Could you tell about my uber autism? We have the inside here, which is going very, very well so far. So yeah, and then tomorrow we will be back. I'm gonna try to stream a little bit sooner. That way we can actually like have my main audience, which is Europeans, actually be able to watch the stream without being like, God damn, I am so fucking tired. I don't know, let's see. Can I put this character? I forget what her name is, by the way. I've had her for like so long. I don't know why I keep forgetting her name. She's like one of my favorites. Does that look awkward? Does it look awkward for her to be in The Nightmare Before Christmas? She's just gonna be standing here like, where the fuck am I? Yeah, she just do that. Be like, yeah, have her where she's like, where the fuck am I? That's goofy. I don't know, I like Lego building. It's nice. It's relaxing. Lego builder by day, speedrunner by night. I am excited to do that. I'm also excited to get into that Karen game as well, because I think that should be some fun watching me do that. I'm gonna try to just hit it straight from the get-go, probably doing like some free solo difficulty, so but yeah, we'll have to see. Anyways, I am so glad you guys could join. Wind Peak, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot about that game. I mean, if you're up earlier in the day, I guess we could play it before stream. But I kind of forgot about that game. But yeah. Anyways, I'm glad you guys could join me today. Fun little time all around. And I do hope to see you guys tomorrow. We are going to try to come back into this maybe at the latest 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So for my Europeans that live in like the UK or Germany, I think you guys are like 7 hours ahead of me, so that would be close to like 8 p.m. your time. So, yeah. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.